a North Carolina Republican seems a little confused about what his job is supposed to be. You see, last week, Representative Roger Pittenger was telling a religious gathering that his primary mission as a congressman was to promote the gospel of Christ.
The most important message that needs to be heard in this city is the gospel and love of Christ. Well, that transforms lives. You know, we've seen some court rulings that have unsettled us, caused us great pain in our heart for our country. I don't hold fault with those who believe different than me. They just don't know my Savior. They don't know the one who loved me and gave himself for me. And that's my mission. That's my primary mission as a member of Congress. Yes, to serve my constituents, to serve my region and my state and my country. But we're here as emissaries for Christ.
I'm an emissary of Christ. That's my primary mission. No, it's not, actually. According to your oath of office, at least. In fact, here is the North Carolina oath of office in its entirety. I do solemnly and sincerely swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina, and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that I will endeavor to support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability. So help me God. Okay, so that is the oath of office. You're supposed to take that whenever you take public office in North Carolina. So what does the Constitution say about all this? Well, the Constitution says, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. So, wait. Your job is to serve all of the people of North Carolina, not to promote Christianity, not to promote a religion. You want to do that on your you want to do that on your own time? Great. Nothing's stopping you. Knock yourself out. Go ahead. But you just admitted that your chief priority is to use your office that you were elected to evangelize. I don't know about you, but to me, that seems unconstitutional. By the way, a little bit of a side note, something that kind of bothers me. You swore an oath under God, right? To protect the Constitution. That, in my view at least, you're violating. You're violating that Constitution. Does that mean you're going to hell for that? I mean, that serious question, guys. Are you going to hell? I mean, you lied, right? You're not protecting the Constitution because you're promoting one religion over all other religions, right? So, are you going to go to hell for that? You're violating God, right? Or do you get away with that because you're trying to promote God? I don't get it. I don't know. I need an answer on that. I'm not familiar with the rules. Okay, so if you're a Christian and you have the answer, let me know. Let me know. Is it okay to lie to God for God to advance the religion? All right. So anyway, back to this guy. So if you want to bring people to Christ, right? I think that you should become a pastor. If that's your calling, go for it. There's nothing stopping you from being a pastor. But if you're going to do this in office, if you're going to talk like a Christian while you're in office, well, for one, you shouldn't. But if you're going to, then maybe you should actually vote like a Christian. Let me give you some examples. So I looked at some of the issues that Representative Pittenger actually voted on. Some of his positions. Now, what did he do? He voted to repeal Obamacare. Oh, wait a minute. What did Jesus say about health care? Jesus didn't charge no copay. He went around healing people for free. And yet, you voted to repeal Obamacare, to take health care away from millions of people. Doesn't seem very Jesus-like, does it? No. He also voted to cut welfare, right? To help people out, to make sure people weren't starving. Not very Jesus-like, right? And in fact, he'd rather give money to defense than feed poor people. Money into weapons, guns, bombs, troops. He'd rather give money to them than feed poor people in need. Interesting. He's also pro-death penalty. But wait a minute, Jesus was sentenced to death. I think Jesus would be the most anti-death penalty. But no, he's pro-death penalty, and of course he loves guns. North Carolina, what do you expect? Sounds like a real Christian there, right? I thought you were for promoting the Gospels. I thought you were for promoting Jesus. I thought you had a special relationship with Christ. Because you feel the love that he has for all of us. But you're not exactly giving that love back to anyone else like you're supposed to. Look, man, he's not promoting actual gospel, just the anti-gay and anti-abortion things that most, of course, Republican Christians love to do. Of course, that makes them Christian in name only.